You are financially insane. You heard me? You make $200,000, $300,000, maybe $500,000 a year, and you have less in your bank account right now than the barista who made your coffee this morning. And you've been told the reason you're broke is your $7 latte. That's a fairy tale they tell to make you feel guilty. It's a distraction. The truth is far more dangerous. There is a silent financial virus that infects high earners. And it's not one thing, it's a trap with 3 locks. And by the end of this video, you will have the keys to all 3. But the first lock, the one that keeps you chained to your paycheck, is something you look at every single day. You are literally paying for your own prison, and you don't even see it. In the next few minutes, we will perform a financial autopsy on the American dream. We will use data from the Fed, the BLS, and real case studies to expose the 3 silent killers. And I'm going to show you the exact mathematical escape route. This is not another budgeting video. This is an intervention. Let's start with a hard fact. According to a 2023 report by Lending Club, a staggering 36% of Americans earning over $100,000 a year are living paycheck to paycheck. Over 1/3 of 6-figure earners. This isn't an anomaly, it's an epidemic. So, what's happening? It starts with a psychological phenomenon known as lifestyle creep. You get that big raise, $20,000, $50,000 more a year. You think, I've earned this. So, the apartment upgrades from a 2-bedroom to a luxury loft. The reliable Honda Civic becomes a leased BMW. The vacations get more exotic. The restaurant's more expensive. And it feels completely normal, deserved even. But here's the brutal math they never teach you. That $50,000 raise, after federal taxes, state taxes, it's not $50,000. In a state like California, you might only see $30,000 of that. But the lifestyle upgrade, it's built on the full $50,000. You're spending pre-tax money with a post-tax income. It's a mathematical disaster waiting to happen. And then comes the anchor, the mortgage. The National Association of Realtors states the median home price in the U.S. has skyrocketed. In 2020, the average 30-year mortgage rate was under 3%. Today, it's hovering near 7%. That means for a $600,000 house, your monthly payment isn't just a few $100s more, it's thousands more. That dream home becomes a golden cage, consuming 40, 50, sometimes 60% of your take-home pay. You're house rich, but cash poor. Desperately, dangerously cash poor. So you're stretched thin by your lifestyle. But then, life happens. Your kid needs braces. Your car transmission dies. You have a medical emergency. What do? You turn to the silent killer. The one that feels like a lifeline but acts like an anchor. Debt. Not just any debt. High earner debt. We're not talking about payday loans. We're talking about 6-figure student loans from top-tier law and medical schools. We're talking about massive car leases on a $70,000 SUV. We're talking about rolling vacations and home renovations onto 0% introductory APR credit cards that eventually explode into 29% interest rates. According to the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, total household debt in America has ballooned to a record $17.5 trillion, and a huge portion of that is held by affluent households. Why? Because for high earners, debt is available. Banks are throwing it at you. You have a high credit score. You're a low risk. It's a trap dressed as a privilege. And here's the most insidious part, the part no one talks about. This debt creates a hidden tax on your life. That $1,500 a month you're paying in student loans, car payments, and credit card minimums, that's $1,500 that cannot be invested. Let me show you something terrifying. If you invested $1,500 a month from age 30 to 65 with a conservative 7% annual return, you would have over $2.8 million. Your debt isn't just costing you interest, it's costing you your future. It's robbing you of your compound interest, the most powerful force in wealth building. Now you might be thinking, well, they should just be more disciplined. And you're not entirely wrong. But this isn't just a personal failure story, it's a systemic one. For decades, the social contract was simple. Work hard, get a good education, land a high-paying job, and you'll be secure. That contract has been shredded. Data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics shows that while wages for high earners have grown, they have not kept pace with the true cost of being middle class in affluent areas. Think exorbitant childcare costs, which can easily exceed $2,000 a month per child. Skyrocketing health insurance premiums and deductibles. The constant pressure to keep up in hyper-competitive school districts. You're running faster and faster on a treadmill that's increasingly steep, just to stay in the same place. So, what's the way out? How do you break the cycle? It's not about deprivation, it's about conscious design. First, you need an audit of your life, not just your budget, your life. Print out your last 3 months of bank and credit card statements. I want you to physically highlight every single expense that brings you genuine, lasting joy and value. Everything else? That's the fat. That's the money being vacuumed by your image of success. Second, you must attack the debt dragon. Use the debt avalanche method. List your debts by interest rate, pay minimums on all, and throw every extra dollar at the highest interest one. That 29% credit card is an emergency. Treat it like one. And third, you must pay yourself first. Before you pay the mortgage, before you pay the car note, you pay future you. Automate a transfer, 10%, 15%, even 20% of your paycheck, into a separate investment account the day you get paid. You fund your life with what's left. This is non-negotiable. This is how you transform from a high earner to a high owner. The six-figure paycheck-to-paycheck life is a gilded cage. It's the most expensive way to be poor, because you have to pretend you're not. But you have a choice. You can continue to trade your time for money to sustain an image, or you can start building real, lasting wealth that gives you time and freedom. The data doesn't lie. The math doesn't care about your feelings. This is a battle for your financial soul, and it's won not with one giant leap, but with 100 small, conscious decisions. The next decision is yours. If this video brought you value, if it opened your eyes, do 2 things for me. First, hit that like button and subscribe. This kind of in-depth, data-driven content is how we cut through the noise. And second, the most important step, go to the comments. I'll be there. Tell me, what's your biggest lifestyle creep expense? What's the one payment that makes you wince every month? Let's start a real conversation, because the first step to solving a problem is admitting you're not alone. Thanks for watching. Now go take control.